Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. I was waiting in line when someone said my name. I turned around expecting somebody else, and stared for a second longer than I should have. You laughed before I figured it out, then asked if I'd really forgotten your face.
It had been longer than either of us realized.
Your hair was different, mine probably was too, but your way of talking hadn't changed at all.
For the first few minutes, we kept saying how strange this was.
Then the surprise disappeared,
and somehow we were talking like we'd seen each other last month.
I almost didn't recognize you,
standing right there in front of me.
After all this time,
then you said something only you would say,
and suddenly there you were.
I almost didn't recognize you,
but it didn't take very long
for everything familiar to come back. You asked what I was doing these days, I gave you the short version.
Then you asked 3 more questions.
Some things had gone exactly as planned, most things hadn't.
You told me you moved twice, changed jobs, and finally learned how to cook.
Though I said I'd need proof of the last one.
We compared a few old memories and disagreed about almost every detail.
You were certain you remembered it correctly, I was equally certain you didn't.
Neither of us could prove anything. I almost didn't recognize you,
standing right there in front of me.
after all this time.
Then you said something only you would say,
and suddenly there you were.
I almost didn't recognize you,
But it didn't take very long
for everything familiar to come back.
We exchanged numbers again.
Even though we thought we still had them.
You checked your phone and found an old number that hadn't worked for years.
I found yours under a nickname
I'd completely forgotten about.
I almost didn't recognize you.
Maybe that's what time does.
It changes enough to make you look twice.
But some things stayed exactly where they were.
Waiting underneath all those years. I almost didn't recognize you,
Then we started talking,
and I wondered how I ever could have missed it.
I mentioned it once a long time ago, somewhere in the middle of another conversation, and never thought about it again. It wasn't important, just one of those things people say and move on from. Then weeks later you brought it up like it had been sitting somewhere in your mind, waiting for the right moment. I asked how you remembered, you said you weren't really sure.
Maybe you just happened to listen
At exactly the right time, when I wasn't expecting you to.
You remember the small thing,
Part I thought nobody would keep after the conversation moved on.
not my birthday or some important date. Nothing anyone had to remember.
You remember You said I was making too much of it, then tried to change the subject as if it really wasn't anything.
Maybe to you it wasn't, but I kept thinking about it later.
There are so many words in a day, most of them disappear as soon as they're spoken,
and nobody expects them to stay.
But every once in a while
someone remembers one, a preference, an old story,
something you said without thinking,
and suddenly it matters again. You remember the small thing,
the part I thought nobody would keep after the conversation moved on.
not my birthday or some important date, nothing anyone had to remember. You remember the small thing,
And somehow that meant more to me than something bigger might have. I probably won't tell you
how much I like that you remember.
you'd make a joke about it.
And I'd pretend it wasn't a big deal.
Maybe that's fine.
Some things don't need explaining,
You remember the small thing
something I had already forgotten.
until you gave it back to me.
It didn't cost anything.
It didn't take much time.
Remember the small thing,
And for the rest of that day I kept thinking about that. We stopped by the store on the way back home. You picked up things we didn't really need. I waited while you changed your mind about the cereal for the second time. The parking lot was almost full. We left the cart where it was supposed to go. You asked me what we should eat tonight. I said anything would be fine. There was nothing waiting for us, no reservation, nowhere to go. Still I wasn't in a hurry, and I think you felt it too. Nothing we had to plan, nothing we had to see, just a couple of hours with you next to me. We didn't make a memory, at least that's what we thought. But sometimes the days that mean the most are the ones we never planned at all. We took the longer way back home because the traffic looked bad downtown. You turned the radio down a little so we could finish what we talked about. You told me something about your day, a story I had almost heard before. I didn't mind, I listened anyway, like I always do. Maybe that's what I like about us. We don't need much to make a day feel good. Somewhere between leaving and getting home, I realized I didn't wanna rush. Nothing we had to plan, nothing we had to see, just a couple of hours with you next to me. We didn't make a never planned at all. Nothing we had to plan, no reason to stay up late, just taking our time on an ordinary day. And if someone asked me what made that day so good, I probably couldn't tell them. I just like spending it with you. I almost forgot how easy it was to talk to you, until we stayed on the phone much longer than either of us had planned that night. You told me about the place you work now, and someone there who talks too much. I told you I still take the same route home, even though the neighborhood has changed. We didn't talk about why we lost touch, or count the years between then and now. We just kept finding little things to say, and somehow that felt better. I thought it might feel different after all this time apart, but your voice still felt familiar in a way I didn't expect. It was like we never lost the time, like nothing had gone missing. You still knew when I was joking, even before I finished. There was nothing we had to explain, nothing we had to make right. For a little while it felt like we never lost the time. You asked if I still watch that old TV show. I said sometimes when there's nothing else. You laughed and said you knew I would, and I could almost see your face. We talked about people we used to know, and wondered where a few of them had gone. Then somehow we were talking about dinner and what we both had eaten that day. When we finally said goodbye, I looked at the time and couldn't believe it. There were so many things we never mentioned, and maybe we didn't need to. It was like we never lost the time, like nothing had gone missing. You still knew when I was joking, even before I finished. There was nothing we had to explain, nothing we had to make right. For a little while it felt like we never lost the time. It was like we never lost the time, though so much had changed around us. We were older, life was different, still the conversation found us. Maybe we'll talk again next week, maybe it'll be another night. Either way, I'm glad we had a little piece of borrowed time. I had one of those days where nothing went wrong, but nothing really seemed to go right. I left work later than I wanted and took the long way home that night. I wasn't sad or looking for an answer, just tired of thinking about the same old things. And somewhere between two traffic lights, my phone began to ring. You didn't know what kind of day I'd had, you only called to say hello. Funny how a simple conversation can change the way an evening goes. You called at the right time, though you didn't know it then. I was tired of my own thoughts and needed it to hear a friend. We talked about nothing important, and somehow that was what I needed. You called at the right time and made the whole day feel price of everything. I told you about a guy from work who somehow makes a problem out of anything. Then we started talking about a movie neither one of us had even seen. You said we should watch it sometime. I said that sounded good to me. There wasn't any big advice, no reason for a serious talk. You just stayed there on the line while I kept driving home. You called at the right time, though you didn't know it then. I was tired of my own thoughts and needed it to hear a friend. We talked about nothing important, and somehow that was what I needed. You called at the right time and made the whole day feel a little easier. By the time I reached my street, I wasn't thinking about the day anymore. You said you'd better let me go, and I sat there smiling after the call. You called at the right time, without meaning to at all. Sometimes someone makes things better just by making a simple call. Nothing changed and nothing happened, but the weight of the day was gone. You called at the right time, and somehow that was enough. You looked at the menu for 10 whole minutes, then ordered exactly what you always do. I tried not to laugh when you changed your mind, then changed it right back before the waiter knew. You asked me why I was looking at you. I said there was nothing going on, but I already knew what you were gonna choose before you even said what you wanted. Maybe I've known you a little too long, maybe you know me just the same. We keep pretending we're unpredictable, but we rarely ever change. I knew you'd say that before the words came out. I knew you'd laugh at the same old joke you always complain about. You know when I'm about to disagree, I know when you change your mind. I knew you'd say that, and somehow I like being right. We walked around looking for somewhere to go, though neither of us really had a plan. You said you didn't care where we ended up, then rejected every place I suggested. Eventually we found a little place we probably walked past 100 times. You said, why haven't we been here before? I said, I knew you'd like it inside. There are things I don't have to ask anymore, little answers I already know. Somehow all those familiar habits make it easier to let the evening go. I knew you'd say that before the words came out. I knew you'd laugh at the same old joke you always complain about. You know when I'm about to disagree, I know when you change your mind. I knew you'd say that, and somehow I like being right. Maybe knowing someone this well should make everything less surprising. But every ordinary thing you do still keeps me interested somehow. I knew you'd say that, and you knew I'd say it too. We've had this conversation before, but it still feels good with you. No surprises, no big moment, just another familiar night. I knew you'd say that, and once again I was right. I was already sitting on the couch thinking I was done with the day. You sent a message asking what I was doing, and I almost said I was too tired to go anywhere.
Then you said didn't try. 20 minutes later, I was looking for my keys, wondering why I changed my mind.
We didn't dress up for anything. We didn't even know how long we'd stay. Sometimes the best part of going out is having no reason for it anyway.
We almost stayed home. We almost let the evening pass. Instead we found a table by the door and somehow stayed there longer than we planned.
Nothing big was waiting for us, just food, conversation, passing time.
We almost stayed home. I'm glad we changed our minds.
The place was louder than we expected, so we had to lean in when we talked. You ordered something you couldn't pronounce, then decided mine looked better after all.
We shared a plate we hadn't planned on and watched people coming through the door. By the time they started stacking empty chairs, neither of us wanted to leave anymore.
It wasn't somewhere we'd remember for the view or anything like that, but I remember thinking on the way outside, I'm glad you asked me out tonight.
We almost stayed home. We almost let the evening pass. Instead we found a table by the door and somehow stayed there longer than we planned.
Nothing big was waiting for us, just food, conversation, passing time.
We almost stayed home. I'm glad we changed our minds.
On the way back we talked about how close we came to doing nothing. You said next time don't make me convince you. I said you probably will.
We almost stayed home, and maybe that would have been alright. But now we had another little story from an ordinary night.
No special place, no perfect plan, nothing we were trying to find.
We almost stayed home. I'm glad we changed our minds.
I used to think these nights were all the same. You'd come by late and ask if I had eaten. We'd sit around deciding what to order, then take forever choosing something simple.
You'd leave your jacket on the nearest chair and put your phone face down beside your drink. I never thought those little things would matter. They were just part of everything back then.
It's funny what you notice when something isn't there.
The smallest parts of knowing someone can stay with you for years.
I didn't know I'd miss this.
The ordinary things we used to do,
Waiting while you change your order.
hearing all the stories I already knew.
I thought I missed the bigger moments.
The places and the nights we planned.
I didn't know I'd miss this.
All the little things I never understood.
Sometimes we drive without deciding where, then stop somewhere because the lights were on.
You always wanted something from my plate, even after saying you weren't hungry at all.
We'd argue over which way was faster, then end up taking either one.
You'd say we wasted half the evening, but neither of us seemed to mind.
I don't remember every place,
Or every conversation now,
but somehow the smallest details.
are the ones that stayed around.
I didn't know I missed this.
The ordinary things we used to do,
Waiting while you change your order.
hearing all the stories I already knew.
I thought I missed the bigger moments.
The places and the nights we planned.
I didn't know I missed this.
All the little things I never understood.
Oh, familiar conversation.
Your jacket hanging by the door.
Maybe that's the way it happens.
You don't know what's good until it ends.
I didn't know I'd miss this.
I thought we'd always do it all again.
You said you should probably get going, then stayed another 20 minutes. Your keys were already in your hand, but somehow we kept finding things to talk about.
I walked with you toward the front door, then remembered something I forgot to say. You leaned against the wall and listened, like neither of us had anywhere to be.
We'd already said goodnight more than once by then. But every time the conversation ended, another one began.
Stay a little longer. We don't have to call it anything.
Tell me one more useless story.
Tell me what you're doing next week.
There's no reason you should stay,
And no reason you should leave.
stay a little longer.
I like having you here with me.
You put your keys back in your pocket and asked if there was anything left to drink.
I found 2 bottles in the kitchen. You said either one was fine with you.
We ended up back where we started,
Sitting in the same old chairs,
talking about a place we might go someday.
though neither of us knew exactly where.
The clock kept getting later, but we stopped looking at the time. There are nights you wanna hold on to, even when you don't know why.
Stay a little longer. We don't have to call it anything. Tell me one more useless story. Tell me what you're doing next week.
There's no reason you should stay,
And no reason you should leave. Stay a little longer.
I like having you here with me. Eventually you'll have to go,
And I'll close the door behind you.
but right now there's still another minute, and I'd
Rather spend it here with you.
stay a little longer. Another hour wouldn't hurt,
We can finish this conversation
or start another one first.
tomorrow. We'll get back to everything.
Tonight can wait a little more.
Stay a little longer. Don't reach for your keys just yet.
I almost canceled before I left. The week had taken more out of me than I thought. Staying home sounded easier, but you were already on your way. So I changed my shirt and grabbed my keys. You were waiting outside when I arrived, talking to someone you'd apparently just met, like you'd known them for years.
You looked at me and said you made it. I said barely.
Then we walked inside,
And somehow my mood changed before I noticed. It was better than I expected.
I didn't know I needed a night like this.
Nothing important had to happen.
A crowded room, something good to eat.
ordered something for both of us without asking, because he knew I'd probably like it. For once, you were completely right.
We talked about people we hadn't seen lately, and plans we'd probably never make.
At some point I checked the time and put my phone away without saying anything.
I wasn't ready to leave yet. Maybe I had made the whole week bigger in my head than it needed to be. A couple of hours away from everything
Was enough to make it feel smaller again.
and that was good enough for me.
It was better than I expected.
I didn't know I needed a night like this.
Nothing important had to happen.
A crowded room, something good to eat.
You sitting across from me. It was better than I expected. I stopped thinking about everything, waiting at home, and
Stayed longer than I meant to.
on the way back you asked.
If I was glad I came,
I told you not to look so clean.
but we both knew the answer.
Some days don't need fixing.
They just need somewhere else to end.
It was better than I expected.
Nothing changed, but I felt different.
Maybe that's enough sometimes.
A few good hours and easy conversation, and nowhere else I needed to be.
It was better than I expected.
Next time I say I'd rather stay home, remind me about tonight. You were supposed to watch the signs, but you were busy telling me about something that happened at work. So we drove straight past the road we needed.
I noticed a few minutes later, you said it was probably my fault anyway.
The navigation wanted us to turn around, but the road ahead looked easier, so we ignored it
And kept going.
Neither of us knew where we were, but we weren't in any hurry.
You said we'd find our way eventually. I said I hoped you were right. Then you turned the music up again.
We took the wrong turn
And ended up somewhere we'd never been.
a little farther than we meant to go.
You said we might as well keep driving.
I didn't have a better idea,
We took the wrong turn.
but for once getting lost didn't feel like a problem.
We had nowhere else we needed to be.
We passed a row of little stores, then a restaurant with people waiting outside.
You said we should remember that place,
5 minutes later you forgot the name.
and I couldn't remember it either.
Eventually the road became familiar,
And we both knew where we were again.
but neither of us seemed very relieved.
Maybe we like not knowing what would be around the next corner.
There wasn't anything special out there,
Just roads we hadn't taken before.
and enough time to keep going.
We took the wrong turn and ended up somewhere we'd never been.
A little farther than we meant to go.
You said we might as well keep driving. I didn't have a better idea. We took the wrong turn,
But for once getting lost didn't feel like a problem.
we had nowhere else we needed to be.
Later you said we wasted almost an hour.
I said I didn't think we wasted anything.
We would've spent that hour somewhere.
Why not spend it getting lost?
You thought about it for a second,
Then said that actually made sense.
we took the wrong turn,
And somehow I remember that road.
better than the one we meant to take.
No destination worth talking about. A story anyone else would understand.
We took the wrong turn,
And if we ended up there again someday,
I don't think
I'd mind at all.
I told you twice I wasn't coming. I had already changed into something comfortable and had no plans to leave the house again. You sent me a picture from the place with an empty chair beside you. Then another message came through saying everyone else was already there and I was the only one missing.
I knew exactly what you were doing. You knew I'd eventually give in.
10 minutes later I was getting ready while blaming the whole thing on you. You didn't even bother to apologize. You made me come anyway. Even after I said no, you knew exactly how long to wait. One picture, two messages, and suddenly I'm on my way. You made me come anyway, and now I'm sitting here having a better time than I would have had at home. When I walked in, you looked far too pleased, like you just want something. I told you not to make a big deal about it. You moved your bag from the empty chair and handed me the menu. Someone asked why I try, I changed my mind before I could answer. You answered for me. You said because I know this person.
I wanted to tell you that wasn't true, but unfortunately it mostly was. You already knew what I'd ordered.
You even knew I'd stay for one more round, so I stopped arguing about it. You made me come anyway. Even after I said no, you knew exactly how long to wait. One picture, two messages, and suddenly I'm on my way. You made me come anyway, and now I'm sitting here having a better time than I would have had at home. Later I admitted I was glad I came. You asked me to say it one more time. I told you once was enough. You said you'd remember it forever. I told you that sounded unlikely.
You made me come anyway.
And maybe you were right this time, but don't get too used to hearing that. Next week I'll probably say no again. You'll probably send another message.
You made me come anyway.
And knowing us will have the same argument before I show up again. I got there earlier than everyone else. The place was already getting crowded, so I found a table near the back. I put my jacket on the chair beside me without really thinking about it. Someone asked if the seat was taken. I looked at the door before answering, then said somebody was coming. You hadn't even told me what time you'd actually arrive. Still I kept that chair beside me while people came and went, like I already knew you'd show up. I saved you a seat before I knew if you were coming. Kept the chair right next to mine. Maybe it was just a habit, maybe I didn't think about it. I saved you a seat, and every time the door opened I looked up hoping it was you. You finally walked in almost an hour late, holding your phone and looking around until you spotted me across the room. You pointed at the empty chair and asked if I really kept it for you. I said nobody else wanted it. You laughed because we both knew that wasn't true. Then sat down like you'd been there all along. You started talking before you took off your coat, trying to explain why you were late. I told you I'd already guessed most of it. You skipped straight to the interesting part and ordered something without reading the menu. I saved you a seat before I knew if you were coming. Put the chair right next but I used the chair for my jacket. You said that was a terrible answer. I told you it didn't matter, because you came, I saved you a seat. And maybe that's all there was to it. One empty chair beside my own, but the room felt different the moment you finally sat down. I saved you a seat. Next time try not to keep me waiting, but I'll probably save it again. 자리를 남겨두겠지. It took us weeks to find a day when everyone could finally make it. Someone was late, which surprised nobody. We hadn't all been together for longer than any of us wanted to admit. At first we talked about work, about who had moved and who had changed jobs, and all the things we'd somehow missed.
Then somebody mentioned an old story, and everyone started talking at once.
For a moment I forgot how much time had passed since those days. It felt surprisingly familiar.
Just like the old days,
everybody talking over everybody,
nobody listening quite enough.
The same stories came back around, and somehow they were still funny.
Just like the old days, we were different people with different lives,
but together we still sounded the same.
Someone found an old photograph and passed it around the table. We couldn't agree on what year it was.
You pointed out what I was wearing and asked why nobody had stopped me.
I reminded you what you looked like. That ended the argument pretty quickly, and everyone laughed about it again.
So much had happened since then, more than we could fit into one evening.
Some things were better now,
some things we still weren't sure about,
but nobody seemed ready to leave.
Just like the old days, everybody talking over everybody,
nobody listening quite enough.
The same stories came back around, and somehow they were still funny.
Just like the old days, we were different people with different lives,
but together we still sounded the same. Before we left, someone said we shouldn't wait this long again.
Everybody agreed immediately,
though we all knew how difficult that would be.
Still we picked a month
and promised we'd figure out the rest.
Just like the old days, not because nothing had changed.
Almost everything had,
but somewhere underneath it all,
we still knew each other.
Just like the old days, for a few hours, the years between us disappeared,
and being together felt easy again. Could agree on what to eat,
so everyone arrived with a different idea,
and somehow that made deciding even harder.
One person wanted something spicy, another said anything was fine,
which usually means they'll reject the first 5 suggestions and then
choose the first one anyway.
We spend more time choosing dinner
than it took to actually eat it.
Nobody seemed bothered, we had plenty to talk about while we tried to make up our minds.
Everyone came hungry, everybody wanted something different, but nobody wanted to leave.
We passed everything around the table,
taking a little from every plate. Everyone came hungry,
by the end there was hardly anything left
except another hour of conversation. another hour of conversation.
When we thought we were finished,
Someone found one last thing to share.
we said we couldn't eat anymore.
Then somehow made room for it.
Nobody needed convincing.
Not for very long anyway. Everyone came hungry, and somehow nobody left early, even after the plates were clear.
The food had brought us to the table,
But that wasn't why we stayed. Everyone came hungry
we left talking about doing it again.
before we'd even reached the door.
Oh, oh, oh. I was still at work when your message came through. A picture of the table completely covered with food, and 3 words underneath it.
You're missing out.
I asked what was left. You said, not much if you take too long.
So I finished what I was doing, packed everything faster than usual, and told you not to touch my share.
You sent another picture, this time with one plate almost empty.
I knew exactly what you were doing,
And apparently it worked.
because I was already heading out.
Save me some, don't tell me I should've come earlier.
You knew I couldn't leave.
Keep a little of everything, especially the one you know I like. Save me some,
I'll be there before you finish.
and don't let anyone take my seat.
By the time I finally arrived, everyone had already eaten enough, but somehow nobody had stopped eating. You pointed toward a plate hidden behind everything else.
You said you protected it for me like it had been a very difficult job.
I sat down and took the first bite
While everyone continued the conversation,
without bothering to explain what I'd missed.
I had to figure it out.
One unfinished story at a time.
Someone would mention a name, someone else would start laughing.
And eventually I'd understand why.
Save me some, don't tell me I should've come earlier.
You knew I couldn't leave.
Keep a little of everything, especially the one you know I like. Save me some,
I'll be there before you finish.
and don't let anyone take my seat.
No.
I thought arriving late would make me feel like I'd missed the whole thing,
But 5 minutes at that table,
and I was already part of everything again.
you pushed another plate toward me.
And said I had some catching up to do.
Save me some, next time I'll try to get there earlier.
Though nobody believed me when I said it,
Keep a place somewhere at the table.
that's really all I need. Save me some,
Food stories, whatever is left,
I'll take a little of
all of it.
I was looking for something completely different when I opened the drawer I never use and found a box pushed all the way to the back. Inside were things I hadn't seen in years, old receipts, a broken watch, a couple of photographs. There was a note with my name on it, written in handwriting I recognized immediately, before I even remembered when it was from.
I sat down right there on the floor and forgot what I'd been looking for. It's strange how something so small can bring back an entire year.
Before you've had time to prepare, I found it in a drawer,
between things I thought I'd forgotten
and things I meant to throw away.
Nothing in that box was worth much, but suddenly I couldn't close it.
I found it in a drawer,
And for a little while the room around me disappeared,
as I remembered who I was back then. Photographs weren't very good, half of them were blurry and nobody seemed to know where to look. I recognized almost everyone, though a few names took a minute to come back.
We looked younger than I remembered, so certain about things we couldn't possibly have known, and completely unaware of what was coming next.
I wondered where everyone was now, and whether they still had pictures like these. Maybe somewhere in another room someone had another box with an older version of me inside. I found it in a drawer,
between things I thought I'd forgotten
and things I meant to throw away.
Nothing in that box was worth much, but suddenly I couldn't close it.
I found it in a drawer,
And for a little while the room around me disappeared,
as I remembered who I was back then. Eventually I put everything back, almost exactly where I'd found it. I could have thrown some of it away, there wasn't any reason to keep every piece.
but I closed the box and pushed it gently toward the back again.
I found it in a drawer,
On a day I wasn't looking for the past. Maybe that's why it caught me by surprise.
some things don't need to be useful
To deserve a little space.
I found it in a drawer,
And when I finally stood up again,
I left the box exactly where it was. Still here with you. We took the same road we always do, talking about things we already knew. You laughed about something small again, and somehow that was enough for me. No perfect moment, no perfect words, just your coat hanging next to mine. The kind of day no one would remember, but I think I will for a long time. Maybe love is not a sudden light, maybe it grows where we never look. In all the ordinary hours, I started finding more of you. I'm still here with you, and I like the way it feels. Nothing has to change tonight, nothing has to be unreal. We can talk until we're tired, or say nothing for a while. I'm still here with you, and that is more than enough tonight. You know the songs I always skip, you know the places I don't like. You remember how I take my tea, and when I need a little time. There are days we barely say a thing, days we're both too tired to try, but even then I feel at home, just knowing you are somewhere somewhere nearby. Maybe years from now, we won't remember what we talked about, but I hope we remember this, how easy it was to stay. I'm still here with you, and I like the way it feels. Nothing has to change tonight, nothing has to be unreal. We can talk until we're tired, or say nothing for a while. I'm still here with you, and that is more than enough tonight. I'm still here with you. No big promise, no grand scene, just another quiet day becoming something good to me. If tomorrow feels the same, I think I'll be alright. I'm still here with you, and that is more than enough tonight. I almost didn't send the message. I figured you already had something planned, and I didn't want to interrupt your day.
Still, I typed a few words, then stared at them longer than necessary.
Before I could change my mind, I pressed send and put my phone down, certain I wouldn't hear back for a while.
Your answer came almost immediately. Actually, I'm free.
I read it twice,
Then laughed at how much time I'd spent
thinking about whether to ask.
I thought you'd be busy.
I thought I picked the wrong day, I almost didn't ask at all.
Turns out you were sitting there,
Wondering what to do with your afternoon.
I thought you'd be busy.
You thought I probably had plans too.
Funny how close we came to doing nothing.
We decided where to meet, then changed the place before either of us left.
Because neither choice sounded quite right.
You got there a few minutes before me, which almost never happens.
You made sure to mention it before I'd even had the chance to sit down.
Like I owed you some kind of award.
We hadn't planned anything beyond that, and nobody tried to.
We wandered around for a while,
Stopped whenever something looked interesting,
and kept changing our minds. I thought
you'd be busy.
I thought I'd picked the wrong day.
I almost didn't ask at all.
Turns out you were sitting there,
Wondering what to do with your afternoon.
I thought
You'd be busy.
you thought I probably had plans too.
Funny how close we came to doing nothing. Later, you told me
You almost hadn't answered right away.
you thought replying too quickly.
Might make it look like you had nothing going on.
I asked what you actually had going on.
You said absolutely nothing.
I thought you'd be busy,
You thought the same thing about me.
and neither one of us bothered to check.
One simple message,
Was all it took to change the day. I thought you'd be busy. Next time maybe I'll just ask.
instead of deciding the answer for you.